always about money for me.
Okay.
I think
Plug
so. I'm the plug. It's not going to be the answer that they want to hear.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not.
That's
All
what.
right.
Thank you for tuning in to the Social Media for Business podcast. I'm your host, Lutalo Aryee. This podcast, we bring great people that are doing great things when it comes to social media and everything around it. So today, the sister I got today, she is an amazing young sister. This sister, so we can get into the social media platform. She understands the level of social media, but from the level of social media, there's funnels. And if you don't know what a funnel is, you need to catch up with 2026. But it is very important when it comes to business and understanding funnels. Let me tell you about Alyssa. Alyssa, she, as far as the social media platforms, over 1,000 on Facebook, over 900 on TikTok. She kicking it on Instagram, 13 plus thousand. So we're gonna get into that now. What we're gonna talk about is gonna be so interesting because the sister's got a powerful business. And, a lot of times I talk to people who are killing it all on social media, but she's got a different strategy. So, Miss Alyssa Pitts, how you doing today?
Well, thank you so much for having
Yes,
me.
yes. So I want to mention this sister's working.
Actively.
And so I'm like, hey, booked and busy. So I said, you know what, let me get this interview in. She gonna still knock some stuff out while we get this interview. But she said she could still talk. Yes. And see, she multi-talented. I couldn't do that. I'd be like, look, I gotta do one or the other. But she is so skilled that she could do that. So how you doing today?
I cannot complain. As we said, we're currently at Podcast Summit 2026, which
Yes.
I'm very excited for.
Yeah.
But I cannot complain. How was your day?
My day has been excellent. I had the opportunity to sit down and connect with you. Finally, you're a busy sister, so I appreciate having this opportunity.
Yes, and thank you for having me on. I'm excited for our conversation.
Yeah. So we, we typically talk about data and numbers when it comes to social media. But before we get into that, I really want to talk about how did you get into funnels? What is the story behind you becoming this funnels expert?
So initially, the first time I ever did it as funnels as I know it to be today, I hired somebody from a prominent person who they were like, yes, this person's amazing. You need to hire them. And I was like, cool, period. I'll hire them when I did social media management.
Yeah.
So I hired them. It was about $2,000 for it. And they had personal things going on, which I understand now that I'm in it. Timelines are crazy with funnels. But afterwards, the support wasn't as much as I would like it to be.
Yeah.
So that's why we started Fearless Funnels, so then we can provide that support. We do the strategy, but we also will deliver the landing page and the automations, which most people think of when they think of a funnel.
Why funnels? What is it about funnels that just got you going? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody that understands funnels, whether it's go high level, click funnels, any platform that's out there, if you're not in that right mind, it can be confusing. It can be challenging. So, what was it that said, you know what, I like this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna help people with it?
So when you're first getting coached and you try to think of your offers, you find all these issues with your offers. For me, it was that one, I needed to figure out something that a lot of people needed that had money. Everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to have social media. So social media management, you get a lot of different types of people. Even with funnels, now people are learning what they are. And for if you don't know, a funnel is a process that somebody goes through from not knowing you at all to becoming a loyal customer or client. It's kind of like a customer journey. We do the tech side of it. So we build out the landing pages, we build out the automation to get people into the landing pages. After you go through it, you do the automation. So what gets me going is one, knowing the psychology behind it, knowing the pieces. But now that I've had so many expert clients, I can genuinely say to people, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, this is what we find to be true. And then there's a whole level of compliancy behind funnels. You can just do them. Everybody can do them. Right. However, there's a certain level where if you build a certain type of funnel where you have animations and it's a certain color, if somebody is prone to seizures, now all of a sudden you have caused a medical problem. That's called ADA compliance.
What? Are you a coach, a consultant, or a subject matter expert, and you're not using a podcast to grow your business? You know you are leaving money on the table? And if you've already started one, but you're not getting listeners or clients that you want, my free 4-step podcast to success program gives you a simple roadmap to launch and grow your podcast in just 30 days. Build credibility, reach more people, and attract more clients. Click the link below and get started now.
We also have A2P compliance. You can't just be texting everybody willy-nilly. You have to apply to a certain type of campaign and stay within that. You can try to work around it, but if you do get your number turned off, there's A2P compliance. We know that. A lot of people don't know that. So also, when you go to different countries, especially when you connect social media, the IP address is in their country. Then you hire somebody from India. Now you're scrolling, you see a whole bunch of Indian stuff. They logged into your Instagram. The IP is there. So it's a lot of different things, but as you heard, it's a nuance. So that's what
Yeah,
gets me going.
yeah, because you knowing all that, you knowing all the specifics about, because that's some things that I didn't know about. You sparked a question. I So on the funnel side, actually, I want to turn on your customer acquisition. One thing that I find interesting with a lot of people that I've interviewed, especially like what you're doing, they typically have a very heavy social media presence all across the board because that's what they use as customer acquisition. I'm seeing that your customer acquisition is like referral based. Like you don't depend on social media. So tell me, how did that happen?
So for me, my social media is based off my real life. So I've worked in a lot of different jobs in person before I did full tech, and everything was about networking for me always. Hey, how are you? I have a framework. I'll be like, hey, how are you? Oh, I like your shirt. Where did you get it? Do you have a social media platform where I can see some of your other outfits? Oh, Instagram is your best platform. This is my Instagram. I'll make sure I DM you to follow up with you. So that's that piece, but it's real life. So my followers are mostly all like real people that I've met. So that's where mine is a little bit different. And then we're curating my life. People are actually interested in my life. Even today, I had people pick my outfit.
Okay.
So it's that side.
So networking, that one might say that's a talent, a gift, a skill. How long, what did you learn how to network and the importance of networking?
Both of my parents are entrepreneurs,
Okay.
so they would put me in rooms with people, but they met each other in a classroom, so they're teachers.
Okay.
All those things require lots of parties, lots of social events, and you can't really go to your room and just sit there. You're gonna have to learn how to talk to people, and like I just told them, the framework of complimenting, follow up, finding that platform. Okay. That's for me has taken me through a lot of things. I even did it here last year. Met a client in the bathroom. I was like, "Hey, I like your hair," and now we have money exchange.
Really? So you're using more of a connection piece. So is it the idea of you see someone and you may find something that you admire about them or can connect with them, and then you mention that. Correct. So that works across the board.
Across the board, you can't do it wrong. Even in another language, hey, I don't know Spanish. Maybe I can follow you and I can learn something by following you. And then for me, I have NFC chips. So in my bracelet, right, we have this, and I can connect with them, and they can pull up my Instagram, they can pull up everything. So that's a memorable piece.
Right.
So now it's always gonna be, oh, you're the girl with the taps. Right. And even here, when I have them, I have lots of people with them, and then they call me, hey, somebody's interested in it. So I've made money that way while I'm here as well.
Wow. What would you say is the best way, just from your experience, to build a really good referral business outside of funnels? Just the word of mouth kind of network.
It's not going to be the answer that they want to hear.
Oh, okay.
It's not That's going to be.
All right.
For me, it's not. You hear me. I'm here to make money. But it's not always about money for me.
Okay.
I think for me, I believe in God. So I think God's always going to have me covered. I'm going to be cool in that regard, but I will do exchanges. Okay. So my life has been changed and benefited by doing different types of exchanges. For example, I've been able to go to St. Thomas and Jamaica the same week because of my clients and my referral partners that I know. Okay. So the St. Thomas one was Auntie Shaky. Shout out to Auntie Shaky. Okay. She has her own group. Okay. She refers people to my software called Plug Machine. Okay. So now that those users are using it, one of those users is in St. Thomas. She has a whole community teaching people about legacy and insurance in St. Thomas. Mm-hmm. So I got to go completely covered. Okay. But I did not charge Auntie Shaky. Right. Right. So that's for me how that.
That's a pretty good exchange, you know. That's a pretty good exchange. Yes. So yeah, not only are you getting a trip, but you're getting access to more clients. Yeah, correct. I'll exchange that all day.
And exactly. So and then I try to talk to the top person. For example, you. Okay. If you told me, hey, I need this, this, and this, and I found that it was within scope, right? You already have all the clients that I need. Right. So if I don't charge you, it comes back to me anyway. Right. 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 So for me, it's definitely That's how I do my referrals. I might just do something for free, especially now AI. I can build you something in AI Studios instantly.
Tell me about your software.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So now, what's it called again?
Plug Machine.
Plug Machine. Tell me about Plug Machine.
So I'm the plug. And the machine runs 24/7, so that's how we came up with the name Plug Machine.
Okay.
And with that, it's a white label of Go High Level. So if you ever heard of Go High Level, it's an all-in-one platform.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the sites, we have the automations for email, text, we do call dropping, all different types of stuff there.
All right.
Also, social media management is on there.
Okay.
Part of the automations that we use a lot in Go High Level is comment automations.
Okay.
And Plug Machine, we already give them to you. So with the comment automations, you can say comment the word link, and I'll send you some type of asset, and that's how we start to build that list.
Okay, so let me jump into that. We're gonna go kindergarten. All right. When you say all in one, all right. So especially for us old school folk, that we had to get the email, we had to get the funnel, we had to get the text message, we had to get all that. What is all in one? What does that mean for the person that doesn't understand?
So the average business owner would spend about $1,169 on their software every month if they're full on business.
Okay.
For Go High Level, it's $97 for a month.
Okay.
For Plug Machine, it's $49 a month.
Okay.
See how I mentioned both?
Right.
There's a different reason for people using each one.
Okay.
Go High Level can be white labeled. White label is slapping your sticker on something.
Okay.
If they were selling these laptops without the Apple and I could just put my logo on it, that's what white labeling is.
Okay.
So with that, we recommend, especially people that are doing high volume or people that are really new and they don't have the sustainability to do $97 a month in the beginning, come with us. But if you have a bigger brand, especially if you're good like you, once you build out stuff, you can give it to other people. Right. Now we're selling the snapshots and the actual software. Okay. That's kind of that piece. But for the all-in-one, again, going back into kindergarten, like you said, all these different platforms. I told you over $1,000 a month. You save that money, so that's the first piece.
So when you say $1,000, you're saying you're paying Jim, John, Joe, Sue, and right
the email subscription. Okay, the typical person that I would deal with.
Right.
They'll have MailChimp.
Right.
They'll have maybe ClickFunnels.
Right.
They'll connect it with a Zapier.
Right.
They'll also have their phone number on their actual phone.
Right.
They might not even have a business phone number. Okay. So we're just helping them consolidate that all into one platform. Okay. And we also have an app. Okay. The Lead Connector app. Even today, when I have my taps, if somebody wants one, I already have it on. Okay. I can just put it on my phone where they pay. Tap my phone and they get paid. I can also respond to people while I'm here sitting. So that's where it becomes all in one, because you don't have to have all these different softwares, just one. Okay. So yeah, what's the advantage of having all your software in one place? Another statistic, the average creator spends about 3 days toggling between sites. For me, if I told y'all all the different, I got Chrome up, I use Arc, I use Dia, I use the Safari. Okay. I use all these different platforms, but then I have all these different tabs. Okay. Imagine if you had to go back and forth between your MailChimp to your ChatGPT just to make an email. Okay. That alone, if you save time by putting it on one platform, now we're streamlining processes. Now, instead of that 3 hours, maybe you have kids. You want to go with your kids. Okay. Maybe you have 3 hours to come to Podcast Summit next time. But you're saving time. Okay. You're saving money, especially if you are more advanced in business and you're not the one doing it. Okay. Why are we paying VAs a bunch of time when they could just be on one platform saving maybe 2 or 3 hours and then all of a sudden... And money. Exactly. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. Please do me a favor. Go ahead, like this video, and subscribe. It definitely helps me to help you and help others who love this content. So we're gonna go back to the podcast. So let me ask you, on the content side, what does the client, or what do you help with when it comes to the creating the content or connecting the content? What do they have to do when they bring content to the funnel? What's that look like? It depends, because there's two different types of clients that I have. Okay. There's organic and then there's the paid ads. Okay. Those two different types of content, however, it's technically content and it's technically still on Meta. Okay. Most of the time. Right. So there's something to look at there, but normally they bring me the content or they tell me their content plans. I might slip in, especially if it's a video, for you to say that keyword. Go ahead and at the end of it, tell them comment the word PDF and we'll send it, or tell them to comment the word world and we'll send them whatever it is. Right. So that's the first piece. We don't actually make a whole lot of content as of now for them. Okay. We might, if we did, I would send them to my VA. Okay. So we do have a VA service where I pretty much train them and go high level. Even if they don't know how to do it, they have me to support them.
Okay.
But we do certain things I personally wouldn't do, but we would give them that. So pretty much more of the automation side, more the strategy side. And again, because we have amazing clients, a lot of them, if they have a campaign, they'll tell us what they're doing. And they might ask us, like, what have you seen your clients do best? Or, for example, if I had another client that wanted to know about how to get sales for an event like this, I would be able to tell them within an NDA, but not giving specifics on who it is. But I have the stats now.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Um, do you think is funnels limited to a certain type of business? Can any business have a funnel?
Every business has a funnel, and not all funnels are digital.
Okay.
I'll give a great example of a funnel that you've been in before.
Right.
So a lot of us eat.
Right.
You have to buy your food from a grocery store. You might have your grocery list in hand. However, today is Saturday. Everybody's in the grocery store. Now you're standing in line, but you're somehow all the way back in the aisle. Now you're looking around. You see things are buy two for $5. Some part of a funnel, we have an offer. That's your deal.
Right.
Now you look around, you might see there's balloons for whatever reason with candles. You didn't think about that, but somebody who has a cake might need that there.
Right.
Now we're standing a little bit closer to the front. You look over, there's magazines just to keep you entertained. You pick one up.
So we can upsell.
Upsell. That's exactly what a funnel is.
Right. We can.
The process that somebody goes through from not knowing you at all to becoming a loyal customer client.
Right.
And then we boom skip it. We buy the stuff. What are we putting in? Our MVP number if you go to Food Line or whatever loyalty rewards program.
Okay.
They're going to come back to us because they want to keep those points.
Right.
That's a funnel.
Right.
Everybody's been in a funnel. So every business has a funnel, whether they know it or not. They might not all need the tech side of it, but they all have a customer client journey, which is a funnel.
Okay. So let's dive into the social media. Your Instagram is like your lane. Like I've seen you got a little bit going on TikTok. Like you probably go there when you feel like it. You know, you got some Facebook, but it's like Instagram is just and you've got a really good Instagram presence. So what is it about Instagram and what are you doing? What do you do on Instagram to keep that going?
Again, not the right answer. However, I'll tell you. So Instagram's cool.
Okay.
For the people that are new or people that are looking for different strategies, my top platform as far as money makers is Facebook. The reason why my followers might not match that is because I'm heavy in groups. I'm not chasing necessarily the follow.
Okay.
I'll do more webinars or my classes, but I'm promoting those in groups. Where I make those most money is there. Also with groups, I can find targeted audiences. So for example, I'm in a lot of Black tax preparer groups. Financial, you need different funnels, you need to bring in different people, you need your automations. If I already have a group full of those people, good. And then on top of that, I need maybe 2 or 3 people before the word gets out in this individual group. Full of 600, 1,000, 6,000. I'm in a group called 6-Figure Chicks.
Okay.
All 6-figure chicks.
Okay.
Target audience right there. So
let's backtrack. So we jumped on Facebook. Now, when you say groups, what do you mean for the person who didn't know?
Brand new. Okay. So on Facebook, there's different parts and subsets of Facebook. There's Facebook dating. There's Facebook Marketplace. I sell things on Marketplace as well.
Right.
But with groups, there's different groups of people. You can make your own group. Let's just say you love pasta and you live in New York. Pasta Lovers New York group.
Right.
There's different groups for everything. So you can either make a group or you can find a group. No matter how new you think you are, I promise there's a group.
Okay.
It might not be for your individual city, which is your lane, but somebody's already done it. And I'm a big fan of not reinventing the wheel.
How much time do you, because you're extremely busy, how much time are you navigating as far as getting in the groups? Are you adding content to the groups? Are you responding to comments? What's your group strategy?
So groups is hard to automate without a computer or an AI bot that actually operates as a computer.
Right.
So I do that hands-on.
Right.
I like that piece. And the top performing content that is in Facebook groups doesn't take much. It's actually like I'm looking for 10 graphic designers to join my class on funnels where you can make $10,000 a month. Comment me to join.
Okay.
And we'll do that on a solid color background so that it's bigger than the average just regular text post on Facebook, and then they comment me. I kind of wait maybe 2 hours for it to start trickling in, so I'm not just responding. But I also respond straight to the comments with the link because that's the difference between Instagram
Right.
and Facebook.
Facebook lets you have a link. Have a link. Yeah, that's interesting. Are you so you're is it certain groups that you're in that you're able to kind of say, hey, I've got a webinar coming up,
I
or
pay for promo.
okay,
Nobody.
so you can pay for promo in the group.
Yes.
See, I didn't even know that.
Imagine you have a group of, like I said, 6 Chicks has about 40,000 women in
Yeah.
unlimited promo.
I did not know that. Wow, that is awesome. Thanks for that. Thanks for the gym.
Yes.
Thanks for the gym. Okay, so from Facebook back to Instagram. Is Instagram just strictly more personal? Are you doing some business on Instagram?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
let's chit chat about Instagram. I just wanted to put out there that Facebook, if you're brand new, is that one to start
Okay.
on. Instagram is something to grow.
Okay.
I think that's two different things.
Okay. All right. So before we got interrupted, we got to finish. So
Instagram.
let's see. We left off Instagram because we were saying the difference between Facebook and Instagram. So
it was the devil because I was going to tell you tea.
Okay.
The top thing that somebody that wants to do bigger things, especially things that we talked about today, needs to do if they want to actually do the scheduling, the automation.
Yeah.
Connect your Instagram and your Facebook with a Meta business platform.
Okay.
Everybody forgets that part.
Okay.
So it's like Facebook is always going to be nurtured.
Okay.
Because the content becomes over.
Right. Right. So are you posting the same thing on? Are you same thing on Facebook, Instagram? Are you doing both, or you kind of separate some of the content?
No.
Okay.
It's on auto post.
Okay. Okay. So it is on auto post. Okay. What is it about Instagram? Because you've got a really huge following on Instagram. What is it about? What is it about Instagram?
Everybody has it. It's kind of like back in the day, everybody had a lightning charger. Now everybody has a C charger. It's that thing that everybody has. And sometimes people, I don't have Instagram. Sometimes they don't. That's why we have the other platforms. However, at least in my age demographic, a lot of people are on Instagram.
You know, I think about the old school. So I do a lot of networking events, and they're like tiers of networking. So I'll go to the networking event. Everybody got business cards. I'll go to another networking event. Everybody got, the tap or and then I'll go to a network event. What's your Instagram? Mm-hmm. Everybody say, what's your Instagram? Which I usually advise people to try to get a phone number versus Instagram, because you'll get in Instagram's little area and the request area. You know what I'm saying? If there's no connect, like if you don't send that message immediately and they respond back, that message will be somewhere out there. So
I think if you're doing direct to sale, like from lead to sale, sure.
Okay.
If that's your intention, sure.
Okay.
But for me, Instagram is for nurturing my audience.
Okay.
They like to know more about me, or they might need to know things I don't have NDAs on. For example, I don't say it because I know better,
right?
But I don't have an NDA on this.
Okay.
So for all of the things that I can possibly talk about, I have even made content. It's like I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of my clients making 10K, 20K, 70K a month. But then I tell you how, and I tell them to join my webinar.
Okay.
So that's kind of like a way to do it. But then at the same time, I do a lot of content. Like my life, I travel a lot for my business.
Mm-hmm.
For example, we're in Atlanta right now filming, but I live in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
But my clients have these different events that I get to go to. Directly after this, I go to Chicago. I get to speak in Chicago.
Okay.
I have a bunch of events that I come back here for after this. So it's, for me, Instagram is just that piece to display all of that.
Okay.
A lot of people say Instagram is a portfolio.
Right.
It is just a visual portfolio. The only reason why I'm not 1,000% focused on it is because there's a lot of nuances with Instagram.
Okay.
For example, we talked about the hyperlink situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even make sense. I understand wanting to be on platform, but now, you remember back in the day, you used to click on links and you would go back to your Safari. Now you're still on the link in Instagram.
Right, you're still in there. Yeah, you're still. I think what it sends you like a warning or something. You're about to leave or something like that if you click the link. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. But they want you still. But Facebook, I don't get it. It's the same thing. Facebook, Instagram, but Facebook does give you the hyperlink. Instagram doesn't. I don't get that.
Instagram is also depending on the person's account. because once your account gets flagged, then it starts saying that. It doesn't always say that. Same for TikTok, and TikTok will actually help you. So for me, even though I have my own software company, we have a link tree because on my TikTok we have one video with over 200,000 views.
Okay.
I look the ugliest I've ever looked, hair in a bun, in the bed, talking about, again, I'm tired of people asking me for all these different links to help you make money online.
Right.
If you want the link, I'll put it in my bio. Just don't ask me again.
Okay.
So from there, everybody clicks the link in my bio. It's a link tree. Lots of links.
Okay.
The second link, though, is the link that we have. The full one is probably over 20,000 people click. The second link is over 14,000 people viewed, let alone click, because you might come back to it.
Right.
But it highlights that one for me. It makes it like it almost fades all the other ones out and spotlights just that one.
Okay.
So depending on the platform, it might actually help you to do like outward. But even with like certain things on TikTok, there's not a lot of infrastructure built in to allow you to make sales unless you have a TikTok shop.
Okay.
Which we do have a TikTok shop if you want any of these NFC chips.
Right.
However, with TikTok, once you connect lead connector, plug machine, all of those things, now we can connect the lead forms because TikTok does let you have lead forms when you have a business page.
Okay.
And you can collect leads that way. But to what you said earlier, that made me go on that. Even if you have your number, most of the time, if I didn't save your number, I'm not gonna reply. For me, I'm not a texter either.
Okay.
You'll see me on Instagram. You'll see me everywhere.
Okay.
And I didn't text you back.
Right.
Me as a person, I'm an in-person person.
Okay.
If we want to talk, any of that. However, my business is online.
Okay.
So it's for me, it has to be that separation.
Okay. Okay.
So if you want to see me, keep up with me, even that's the top of my funnel.
Yeah.
Even if you want to see some free content, we have stuff on there, how to make money. I even just had my interns. I have a couple of interns. They just went through. I have a thing on my story I sent to them.
Okay.
It breaks down how to make money. So one of them said they wanted to make 5K a month.
Okay.
I have a post where the example is a hair salon. Like we can do a $5,000 makeover, or we can do 2 balayage, which requires cut, color, all that. That's gonna be 2,500.
Okay.
And we break it all the way down to maybe $1 for a comb that you have in the shop.
Okay.
So we do that with a lot of things, but a lot of my content is beneficial.
Okay.
Or like if I meet you and you tell me, oh, I need the automations piece, I know where my automations content is. I can DM that to you as well.
Okay.
I do think that the number is important for capturing the leads, but I do find that they might not respond. And if you are doing too many emails and too many text messages where people unsubscribe or do not respond, that's how you get into spam or how you get your number blocked.
If you were to start your Instagram and your social media all over again and from zero, what are some things you would do to build back up? Would you continue to do what you're doing now?
I'm probably about to do exactly what I'm about to tell you to do, but for myself. Again.
Okay.
But realistically, the introduction post is a major one. The second one is finding out who's in your network. So I do all of that. But if I wanted to drop something, I go to people who already have lists in the communities. I tell them I want to in their communities, and then we got that. Or I will find people I might want to post it, and we do a collab post. Now I'm getting your audience as well. Also, if you're brand new, definitely check out the contribution section. So you can have a broadcast channel basically. It's a broadcast channel, but for mine it's called Carlos's Contribution. So on there I might drop tips. I might do last minute drops. That's another place where you can almost like a newsletter of your own curate the content. So making sure that you build that up or that I would build that up. And then actually doing hashtag research and things that people don't look at hashtags.
So hashtag they do.
People follow hashtags.
Okay.
A lot of people don't unfollow people or things. So you can think about the person that used maybe hashtag funnels or hashtag funnels because that's a diehard community. They follow that. So when I start to put that content up there or even keywords, you type in funnels, certain amount of people come up.
Yeah.
And it's normally all the same people because they put that in their meta SEO and metadata as well. So the word, the SEO, search engine optimization, at the end of the day, the social media platforms are platforms. Like Google's a platform. It's a platform, so it's the research part of it as well. But for sure, you can't do as many hashtags. You used to use 50. Now it's like 3 to 5.
What's next?
What's next for me?
Well, at the sprint age of 26.
Definitely to secure more clients, definitely to grow, but to help people make more money. That's my favorite thing to do. If you can come back and be like, oh my gosh, I got this. you'll share, you'll spread the wealth. And like I said, it's not all about money. We can exchange, we can do different things. But what's next for me definitely looks like growth. I definitely want to get to at least 100 Plug Machine members by the end of the year. So that's one of my major goals. We're reading 40, or we just finished 40X inside of social proof of their cult.
Okay, so finishing the year out.
Yes, at least 100 Plug Machine members. Right now, we are at a solid pay. Actually, let's change.
Okay.
100 paying Plug Machine members.
Okay.
We're at 58 user accounts right now.
Okay.
Over 100 actually users. I'm looking for paid members.
Okay.
So we'll say that's the immediate goal. Large goal, of course, we need to be established in life. I need to buy the house. I need to get. So there's those things, but of course, as far as the business goes, I'm definitely looking to grow. I'm looking for some solid retainer clients. If anybody wants to take me out the game, I'm fine with that too. I have been asked to be a CMO before.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So, okay.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time. Definitely in the future, would love to sit down and talk to you about get a little deeper because it's because of this setting. But I really appreciate you taking the time and really dropping some gems.
Yes, I hope that y'all learned something.
Yeah.
But if you need anything else, take a call me at Croatia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Her information will be in the description. Check it out. Definitely check it out. And check out, subscribe. Check us out next time. Thanks.
All right, later.